What is up, guys? DJ Neeks here, and this is yet another channel update vlog where I'm going to be giving you guys a status update regarding my PC and how it's going to affect certain future PC game playthroughs and how soon that will be able to happen. In the meantime, I'm changing it up a bit in terms of what I'm going to be showing you guys. Last time I showed you guys Destiny. This time, I thought, since I am kind of in the middle of just doing stuff in this game, as you can see, it is Mad Max, where mainly, as a lot of people have said about this game, it has to do a lot with the side content. I thought that while I am going around doing some side content, that you guys could see that while I am informing you guys about what the status regarding my PC and the possible playthroughs coming up. So let's see. Let's head over to... Got this convoy route over here. Actually, there's a camp over here. Let's go ahead and see if we can maybe get this camp here. So, anyway. By the way, if you're wanting to know why am I only using this in an update and not doing a full-on playthrough of it, it's because, you know, from what people have said, and I can kind of agree with this after early assessment of the game, is that, you know, the story isn't necessarily anything to write home about. It's what you would expect in a game about Mad Max, and that they've said the side content is really like the main focus of the game, and yeah, it pretty much is. Now, some people have said that's a bad thing, but some people have said it's a good thing. I'm one of those who says it's a good thing because the side content is a lot of fun, and it's also rewarding in terms of that you get tons of stuff for it, like scrap and other things, and that it all builds towards other things. Actually, before we go to this camp, let me go see this guy who is kind of a strange figure who like is trying to help Max like get the real version of himself deep within himself to come out. He's basically an upgrade guy. So you, as your legend rises, you get tokens which you can turn to him, and that can let you get better upgrades. By the way, this is what my car currently looks like. The Magnum Opus, as you can see here in the garage. Pretty awesome looking. With the shovel face body with some different things, hood ornaments, defenses, engine. One on the back, the wheels, some armor. Pretty good amount of upgrades so far, as I am working towards getting some other ones while doing some other side content. So anyway, the point. Let's get to the real focus of this video. Last time in a previous channel update, I had told you guys about what was going on in terms of my PC, and that I had an issue where it had given me some kind of black screen of death issue thing because of Windows 10. Well, I want to give a special shout out to a good friend of mine, Tom, who is very knowledgeable when it comes to Windows software, who was able to help me figure out how to get to what is called safe mode. And in doing so, I was finally able to get it to where it was actually able to work again. I went ahead and made it go back to 8.1, so it's working again. So one problem is fixed, but then another problem comes up. Now I'm facing an issue where my USB to HDMI adapter, which I use with my Elgato Game Capture HD recording software to capture what's on my PC screen to my recording software, so I can record it for the purpose of playthroughs. This is how I recorded all my StarCraft playthroughs. It's now saying the adapter is not getting recognized or such, and so it's not allowing me to duplicate a display so I can put it on my recording software, an issue like that. So I don't know how soon I would be able to fix this issue. So yeah, it's kind of a I got it working, at least the actual PC itself, but now I am having difficulty trying to get the screen to capture again. So in this regard, the status of when I'm going to be able to actually get it to work again, and in time to do a playthrough for Legacy of the Void, or even to continue Book of Unwritten Tales, numerous things like this, I honestly do not know. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get this fixed. I don't know if I just need to get a new adapter and that's going to fix it. I don't know if maybe going back to Windows 10 might fix it. I might try that, and now that I know how to fix, in case I have that certain issue again, maybe it'll work. But who knows? Maybe they've also since then have actually released some updates or patches for Windows 10 where that issue won't be a problem again, and maybe that will fix it. I don't know. So that is kind of the current status in terms of like it's another different kind of problem now, and I have no idea when I'm going to be able to fix this problem, how long it's going to take. All I know is this. I can assure you that when I do get it fixed, the playthrough for Legacy of the Void will happen. I was hoping that because they had made all the prologue missions for the campaign free for everybody in the latest update, that I was going to be able to maybe do that leading up to it. I'm not sure if that's going to happen now because of I'm not sure if I can capture it at the moment. You know, I don't know if I can still use the same adapter, if I had to get a new one, I don't know. So all I can tell you is that when I do get it fixed, I will let you guys know, and soon after I will like start recording Legacy of the Void. Either I can get it fixed before it comes out, and I will try and record it when it comes out as soon as I get it, or if I get the game first and then at some point afterwards I'm able to fix it, the computer, and be able to do what I can to record afterwards, that I definitely will. So if you are one of those who has stuck around and have been watching, and I know that some of you have let me know that you really like my StarCraft playthroughs and we're looking forward to me doing the next one, I appreciate that you've been a loyal watcher of those and that you're sticking around for that. And all I can say is that it will happen. I just don't know when. And I'm hoping it's going to be sooner rather than later, but you never know with things like this. And this is one of the reasons why I've always preferred to not only use consoles for my own personal use, but also for the purposes of playthroughs, because when it comes to PCs and computers, you usually run into more issues, technical issues, than you do with consoles. You know, and I know that some PC Master Race people don't want to hear that, but that's just kind of been my own personal experience and just how I see it, that usually you have more problems, technical problems and technical issues trying to play or even record games on a PC than you would on a console. That's just kind of how I've experienced it and seen it. I know that a lot don't want to hear that, but that's just kind of how it's been for a lot of us. Maybe it hasn't been that way for you because maybe you've got a super powerful gaming machine that never fails on you in that regard. And if you're one of those, hey, lucky you. But not all of us have those kinds of powerful monsters that you may have. So that's the current status. By the way, as you can see, I've kind of cleared up these three regions so far, and you know, the side content doesn't necessarily get too boring in that regard. It keeps it kind of fresh somehow, you know, and that you can keep going to different camps. So it keeps pretty fun. The way that you can be able to level up both the car as well as Max himself, which, look at this, he looks pretty awesome. I love that, you know, the smear of the oil on his face just looks awesome. He's like, boy, I'll tell you, I've been through some stuff. Yes, we all know, Max. We all know. So if you're curious about my evaluation on this game, if you're one of those who likes to go into an open world with lots of side stuff to do, just stuff to do to like, which also rewards you with things like scrap to level yourself up and get better upgrades and things like that, it's definitely worth a pickup. And it's also fun that it makes it kind of authentic in terms of the atmosphere of the Mad Max universe here, with this open world, driving around in your car with the different types of enemies that you would expect in a Mad Max universe. With ultimately trying to get to this place, Gas Town, you know, with some pretty interesting characters along the way. You know, like Gut Gash, you know, Pink Eye, Jeet, different characters like that, Chum Bucket, different characters like that. So, yeah. So that's pretty much what I wanted to let you guys know, is that I am currently trying to work on it and fix it, and try to have it done by the time Legacy of the Void comes out next week. And as soon as I can get it fixed, and as soon as I have the game and all that's all set to go, it will be coming on this channel. It's going to be one of those channels, like as I said in my previous update, that you'll definitely have Legacy of the Void, but you won't have Fallout 4. Everybody else is going to be doing Fallout 4 next week instead of Legacy of the Void. But not this channel. This is one of the channels that will definitely be doing Legacy of the Void instead of Fallout 4. So, yeah. So that's the current status, and I hope that you guys will stick around. In the meantime, what you can expect will definitely be more Bioshock Infinite, more Uncharted, the conclusion of Darksiders, as well as maybe the beginning of Darksiders 2, as that has now been released for PS4. Maybe also Episode 2 of The Walking Dead Season 1, and, possibly also a couple other things, either starting or continuing. Maybe Deus Ex Human Revolution will continue. I kind of put that on hiatus because I was working on a few other things, but I kind of do want to get back into it so I can try and see if I can finish it up before Mankind Divided comes out next year. So, and of course, I do want to try and finish Uncharted 2 and 3 before Uncharted 4 comes out, I think in April of next year. So, that's what you can expect on the channel in the meantime. So until then, I appreciate you guys sticking around and checking out my other content while we wait for one of the biggest release dates of the year come next week on November 10th for both Legacy of the Void and Fallout 4. And I'll see you guys then. My name is Papaneeks, and I'll see you guys next time.